My name is Abbe Turner, and I am the cheesemaker at Lucky Penny Creamery in Kent, Ohio. We are a value-added dairy processing plant that sources milk from many Ohio farms, both sheep and goat. We bring it in to the creamery and pasteurize it, and then immediately get it out to restaurants in Cleveland, Akron, Canton, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Dayton. At Lucky Penny Creamery, we see ourselves here as a connector between rural and urban. We're trying to truly be pasture to plate. Pasture in our goat farm at Lucky Penny Farm, the processing component with Lucky Penny Creamery, and then plate at our restaurant, Farm Girls in downtown Alliance. There is a lack of processors now, small processors. There used to be a dairy plant in every city. There used to be a meat processor, a packer, in every small town, but there isn't anymore. And that is forcing our food to be shipped longer distances. The fact that the average carrot travels 1,700 miles to get on your plate is absolutely ridiculous. We grow beautiful carrots in Ohio. We're very, very lucky here to produce goat cheeses and sheep cheeses. Currently we're producing a chev and plain in a variety of flavors. We do a traditional Greek feta that's packed in whey brine, and we also do a sheep milk ricotta. And lovely cheeses delivered fresh, often within 48 hours of coming outside of the animal. So the benefits are that you're getting a product that only has 4 ingredients: milk, salt, culture, and rennet. Nothing that I can't pronounce or nothing that I can't spell. We have 14 acres here in Hiram Township, and this is where we raise our family, our dairy goats, and beautiful alfalfa hay that you see growing behind you. We've been here about 10 years, and we moved out here when our children were growing, with the intent to raise them with a healthy respect for science and nature. And I think we've done that.
What's his name?
His name is Kiwi.
Kiwi?
Wait, this is cucumber, not kiwi's the other white one.
What's your favorite thing about chickens?
Just raise them. They're so cute. They're so cute, and you get the joy of feeding them, petting them, and running around with them.
Right now our thing is we're naming them after stars. So we have Lyra, Arcturus,
Taurus,
Ara, Cassiopeia,
and Vega.
Every year since we were little, we always take
A tent and
a couple blankets and go lie out in the back pasture and watch meteor showers every August.
One of the things that we think is really neat for the kids is that they can go to the gardens and they can eat anything at any time. We use no pesticides here at Lucky Penny Farm. Everything is all natural. Although we're not a certified organic farm, we do things in a natural way that protects the soil and water. So the kids can go out to the garden and they can pick berries, or they can pick asparagus, raspberries, strawberries. They can pick apples off the trees, pears. Whatever is in season, they can actually snack in the backyard. And as a mom, I want my kids eating healthy, and as a farmer, I'm proud that we're doing this in a sustainable way. Our goal as food producers, as cheesemakers, is to make sure that we're providing beautiful farm fresh cheeses to all people, regardless of socioeconomic condition. All folks should have nutrient-dense local foods, and we want to share the gifts of the farm with everyone. I think that the challenge is to having not only the farm, but having a farm-based business are trying to hit a scale that we can actually be sustainable and that we can make a little bit of profit. In order for us to produce a good product and to have it go through traditional distribution channels, you need to hit a particular threshold of the amount of materials that are produced. And often on a small farm, we can't hit that. We may produce berries for 3 weeks. Well, that season might not be long enough for some of the chefs or some of the menu changes that our chefs have. So that's always a constant struggle, is just hitting that economy of scale. But one of the other challenges is just getting people to understand the seasonality of food. We may only have blueberries for a few weeks. Our sheep milk season is only 105 days, and we only make beautiful ricotta for about 75 of those days. So the rest of the year, we don't have that product available for the chefs, and that's challenging because they want to include it in the menu. We understand that, But if the animals aren't lactating, and if it's not the right stage of lactation to make beautiful cheese, we're not going to make cheese. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the restaurant. We are located in downtown Alliance, an historic downtown Alliance, once a thriving downtown, but now a project that is within urban revitalization. The restaurant is here, and we're dedicated to sourcing foods from within a 200-mile food shed, wherever possible, of course. I'm proud to say that our proteins, actually the milk, meat, eggs, and cheese, are actually sourced from within 30 miles from the restaurant, from wonderful farmers.
Well, it was excellent. It was food was very good, very fresh, and we like it here because it's local food and like supporting local farmers. It's very important.
It's wonderful. The atmosphere is wonderful, and Abbe is terrific, and the food is fabulous. I had the pulled pork sandwich, and it's the best pulled pork sandwich in the world.
Carol and I came here a couple of weeks ago with the Alliance Flower Garden Club. And we had lunch here, and we were so impressed with Abbe and talking about the fresh foods that she was providing for our lunch that day. And the chef is...
Yeah, the chef spoke and Abbe spoke to our group, and talked about how this was local. Everything was local. I think the asparagus was picked that morning that we had.
Right, I did about 3 years in Nashville at the Hermitage Hotel, which I wanted to go down there and focus on Southern food and really slowing things down and focusing on the ingredient with executing perfect technique, and that's pretty much the recipe for a great dish. So we brought some of that influence here, and just really utilizing the whole product from start to finish, and the Southern way of cooking is definitely one that uses that technique.
It's a 58-seat restaurant, and we're excited to be able to support a growing community of farmers and be part of the urban revitalization. Eating seasonal in Ohio 12 months a year is a very, very tough thing. Now it's summer, and we're flush with produce and berries and just wonderful gifts from the farm. But in January, the menu tends to be pretty small because there's not a lot fresh. All of our soups then are root vegetable soups because that is what we have that is available locally. Now, produce is in bounty, and the menu really reflects that.
There's nights here at the restaurant where we won't have a certain dish because we couldn't find the product, and instead of going to a mainline purveyor and getting carrots from Lord knows where, we just won't have carrots, and there's ups and downs of cooking that way, but it keeps you on your toes.
I think that we all can do small things to actively protect and promote a healthy food system, whether that be shopping at the farmers markets or going to the local farm stand, or actually having a small garden in your backyard and canning and pickling all of your own. These are all important things about being able to protect against the complete homogenization of food in America. And not only does it protect genetic diversity in many instances, it also tastes better. The fact that food is now designed to be shipped, not designed to taste good, to me is a problem. I want a lovely tomato, not one that has traveled 1,700 miles to get to my plate.